What do Ted Lasso, the show, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu have in common? Aside from the bad dancing, there's a lot. Okay, and today I'm breaking down 5 lessons straight from Ted Lasso with actual episodes and scenes that will help guide you in your Jiu-Jitsu journey. Hello everyone, welcome to the Valores Training Center YouTube channel. I am Mark Entrata, 47 years old and a first degree black belt under the legendary Professor Corinna Charles. And today on this episode, I'm going to talk about my favorite TV show of all time, Ted Lasso, and the 5 lessons we can apply in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu so we can become a better student, teammate, and hopefully a better person. Ted dropped this absolute Walt Whitman bomb on Rupert during the famous dart scene. That goes, be curious, not judgmental. Translation, stop acting like you know everything and everyone. Okay, on the mats, curiosity makes you a sponge. It'll help you understand a bit more why and how certain things work, especially how that 140-pound guy can feel like he's 250 pounds whenever he's on side control. Be curious. Is it sorcery or is it really just a perfect application of physics and geometry? Well, if you find out that it's sorcery, please send me a DM because I want to know. Okay. And in regards to curiosity, since Jiu-Jitsu has a lot of social aspects to it, it's easy for you to judge the jack guy in class that he's dumb, only to find out that he's actually a doctor, while the nerd you saw reading a comic book before class and you thought was going to be an easier role for you until he started choking you out faster than you can call him a muppet. All right, sorry, that's a very terrible Roy Kent impersonation, but you get the point. Remember the iconic believe sign on episode 1? Ted tapes it like it's the Holy Grail. In Jiu-Jitsu, this sign should be basically inside every white belt soul. Why? Because in the beginning, especially once you start positional sparring, nothing will seem to work. You can't even get close to sweeping or submitting your partner. This is where you have to believe that these things eventually will work. Why? Because you see other higher belts or you see the higher belts make it work against the same people. So this is where you have to go back to lesson 1 and be curious why it works for them and not for you before you even go, oh, these techniques maybe are just not for me. See? Just be curious and believe that one day you too can apply those sweeps and submissions to your partners. Throughout the show, Roy and Jamie did not like each other because of so many superficial reasons, including a girl, Keely. But when Roy finds out the truth about Jamie and his abusive father, he eventually hugs Jamie to show that he actually cares and sympathizes for him. In Jiu-Jitsu, having that safe space and supportive community could really make a lot of difference in your journey and whether you would want to stay or quit. And guess what? If you want a culture like that, then it should start with you. Take care of your training partners and remember that some of them are going through some personal stuff, and training is one of the few things that they actually look forward to during their day. Okay, make sure that during sparring you are not doing anything crazy that could potentially hurt your partners. You don't want to be that guy that everyone avoids because they're afraid that they might get hurt. Okay, and this is how you build trust with others. And with trust, it's easier to build great and lasting friendships along the way, which for me, who has been doing jiu-jitsu for over 20 years, is the best thing I ever got out of my jiu-jitsu journey. Ted finally opens up to Dr. Sharon Fieldstone about his father, finally seeking professional help. In jiu-jitsu, being vulnerable might look like, hey coach, I still suck at shrimping. And that's fine. Admit it when you're off and where you need help because otherwise you will end up doing a lot of trial and error, try to fix areas of your game where you need help. And that would take time. And worse, you could even end up hurting yourself along the way. And all of those could have been avoided if you just humbled yourself and asked for help. Okay? It's the same with the real world. You know, as Gen Xers, we like to always brag how we figured things out on our own. But what most of us don't talk about is that there are a lot of us who did try to heal on their own, but used drugs, alcohol, got into a lot of fights, and are now some of the most emotionally unhinged people you will ever get to meet. Okay. Now, there are avenues and professional help available that we all can use to safely navigate and help us with these things. And trust me, as therapeutic as Jiu-Jitsu is, there will be times that it won't be enough. Seek help from professionals on and off the mats. Ted benches Jamie after scoring a goal because for him, it's not about winning, it's about the team. Yeah. Rolling is not the world championships, bro. Let your partner hit the move. Flow roll. You'll learn more by losing with intention than winning with ego. Why? Because with ego, you will lose everything you have, especially if you have a physical advantage, just to win without improving your actual jiu-jitsu. Sure, you may win now, but you will lose in the long run with this mentality. I made a video about this in one of the earlier episodes we did, so check that out so you can deep dive into that a little bit more. Okay, now going back. In a social sense, Ted knew that what Jamie was doing would set as a bad example for the whole team, especially for the future. Why? Because many will now see that, oh, you can be an arrogant, disrespectful douchebag as long as the team is winning because of you. This is also common in jiu-jitsu, especially in the competition scene. Okay. Ted was building a culture of respect and humility and did not even hesitate reprimanding his top player, even at the expense of boos and hatred of those people who did not understand what he was building. He knew that what you tolerate becomes part of your culture. Ted applied something that I love to tell my students: be willing to lose the battle so you can eventually win the war. Which lesson hit you the hardest? And what is your favorite Ted Lasso episode? Comment down below and let's talk about it. We will be making more pop culture meets jujitsu videos, so remember to like, subscribe, and send this to your jujitsu squad or your very own Diamond Dogs crew. And if you're training jujitsu and not watching Ted Lasso, what are you even doing with your life? As always, stay safe, have fun, and let's train until we are 99. And we will see you definitely on the next video. Also,